Oh, my stomach girl. Hey guys. What's up? Welcome to Vixen After Dark. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped in, and turned on. I'm your host, Leticia Ofo. If you guys haven't already joined the fam, please make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button and click the bell right next to it. That way you guys are notified every time I go live. So today we have the moon in Libra. We're gonna talk about it. Just in case if you guys are new here, what I do, cat hair. What I do here is I talk about the intro, and then I go into the Astro updates, let you know what aspects have moved, what's going on. That way we can correlate it to what's going on and playing out in our real lifetime. Okay. And then what I'm going to do today is do a collective spread for all of us as far as the energy right now. We're coming up on an eclipse. We're sandwiched in between. We just had one, and then we're in 2 retrogrades, Mercury and Pluto. I did those videos already, so check those out. Those are already updated, how it pertains to your rising sign. You may want to watch those videos. And then after the collective spread, I will probably pull a card. We'll see how much time we have. I'm just going with the flow here. We're not really going with the flow, but trying to stay in the present and see where I go. But the intention is to maybe just pull a card for each sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign, okay, all the way from Aries to Pisces. So everything will be time-stamped. That way you guys don't have to watch everything if you don't want to after the live video. While I'm live, I welcome comments, share it out. That way I'm not just kind of low-key talking to myself. Okay, let me pull up the charts here, you guys. Give me a second. Oh, let me get something to drink. Hold on. I'm gonna go with a little booster today. I'm gonna do this. It's not sponsored. It's a immunity boost. Ginger and turmeric. These things are strong. So anyways, let's see. Let's pull up the charts and see what's going on. If there's anything worth talking about. I don't talk about all aspects, you guys. Oh, more about the intro, you guys. If you're more than welcome to follow. Ooh, sorry. You're more than welcome to follow my Twitter, where I do like quick downloads. Well, I just channel pretty much. You can go there for insight, motivation, whatever, clarity, in real time on my Twitter. Instagram, that's more for if you want to DM me. I get those messages faster than I do on TikTok. I know you guys I'm trying to answer all questions on TikTok right now, so go stay tuned into those, tapped in and turned on in that. As far as like astrology, natal charts, and anything like as far as healing. Okay. Let's see what else. You can get personalized readings from me, whether it's FaceTime, phone calls, emails. Those are all on my website, vixenafterdark.com. Everything's in the description box down below, guys. So you have that, right? All right, so pulling up the charts. Let's see, what do we have here? I say I want to get something to drink, and I grab this. I forgot to get like actually something to drink. It's all good. So, Sun in Taurus, right? Still there. So we got the moon in Libra. It's at 7 degrees right now. It switched yesterday. If you guys watched that reading, I did a little bit of insight for moon in Libra as well. So go watch the video I did yesterday where the title is Pluto retrograde. Because I knew it's going to move from Virgo to Libra. So I kind of already did like a little remix in there. But we're gonna chime in a little bit more here. Let's see. I'm gonna hit up that zero gravity chair, now that. So moon in Libra. I'm just gonna start there. So we all know Libra represents the scales, right? You've seen it. You've seen the sign. So it's all about finding balance. Balancing them checkbooks, balancing your energy, balancing your time, having to balance within your space, your work life, to love life, home, you know what I'm saying? Finding a balance pretty much within everything right now is definitely key. Finding harmony within your love relationships, because remember, Libra, their ruling planet is Venus. Venus rules relationships and love and money. So finding a balance specifically too, more so than ever, putting energy into those things, finding a harmony within that. So I know pretty much everyone's looking at our bank accounts or trying to figure out where we're finna, in what we're investing in, what opportunities are out there for us to even make more money, just to kind of solidify, building our foundation, making sure we're good, making sure we got food on the table, we got extras, laid somewhere, filling up the cabinets, okay, making sure the kids are fed, the animals, our loved ones, ourselves, really focusing on that. And I feel like when the moon was in Virgo, we should have been kind of paying attention to what we're putting in our bodies as well, like health wise. So finding a nice balance. So for example, what does this look like, Tisha? Well, this looks like, not splurging or overindulging in something that's not good. So if you're a person that loves sweets, right? It wouldn't be wise for you to eat candy every single goddamn day, all day, just to have something in your mouth for an oral fixation, okay? You want to find a healthier way to go and do something a little bit different, and maybe reward yourself. Hey, I've been disciplined all week. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to eat a piece of cake. Eat that cake. You know what I'm saying? Just finding a nice balance and not overindulging. This is definitely dealing with, especially like I said earlier, romantic relationships. So a lot of our relationships are going to be tested. A lot of our relationships, like whatever deep emotions we have, you should get those in order now before we have the eclipse that's coming on Friday, which is in the sign of Scorpio. I actually posted something on my Instagram. Let me bring it up here. As far as having the full moon in Scorpio. So remember, whenever we have a full moon, it's all about releasing, and the moon is our emotions. So people are going to be wanting to release those deep, dark, whoa, what the fuck is that? Oh my God, my heart is beating right now. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck is flying in the sky. What the fuck is... I'm sorry. Let me stop. I be seeing some it's always me. It's always me. I always see it. Anyways, so people are going to be wanting to release their deepest, darkest desires and feelings and emotions, and they're going to pour out. So get ready for a wild ride and strap on your spiritual motherfucking seatbelt, okay? Because Scorpio, they like to hide a little bit. So I feel like Scorpios, when this eclipse happens, you guys are going to be put front center stage. Like if you've been hiding in the cut, hiding behind people, ducking and dodging your duties, responsibilities and obligations, you about to be, there's a light that's going to be shined. It's going to be like pushing you. You're going to be pushed heavily if you are a Scorpio to carry out your mission if you haven't been, okay? If you have been, it's just gonna be more like, okay, we recognize you, we see you, you're here, what you got? You know what I'm saying? So, have you been sowing the seeds? Are you ready? And if you're not ready, you know what I'm saying, get ready, okay? So right now is a good time to really balance out everything. Have those conversations with your loved ones. Libra's an air sign, so converse with your friends, making sure you're all good. You know what I'm saying? If you had a little tiff or a riff. If you're in relationships, making sure that everything's on the up and up with that. Making sure you guys are finding a nice harmony, figuring out how you guys can come together and commingle before this eclipse hits, because it's going to be unexpected changes when the eclipse happens, right? Oh, I didn't put that one out yet. I was trying to see if I had the, I made it, but I didn't post it yet. I made like a little thing for it to put on Instagram. I always put the little Astro updates on there if you guys want to follow me. I put little like spiels to talk about it. So it's going to be very intense and very transformational as well, because that's the information or that's how Scorpio is. And remember, Scorpio is also ruled by two planets, So Scorpio's ruled by Mars, which is the planet of action, okay? And then Pluto, and Pluto is retrograde right now. So when Pluto is going retrograde, it's causing us to go inward instead of, it's kind of nice that it's retrograding right now in Aquarius, because it's like, okay, let me set you up for the blow first. I need you to get ready. So internally, we need to get ready. And so knowing that, okay, since Pluto or Scorpio's ruled by Pluto and Mars, so it's like people are going to be wanting to take action. So things will be taking action without us even asking for it. So what does this look like? Well, this looks like people admitting their true feelings, people being very telling of who they really are. It's like the truth is being revealed in front of your eyes. This could be even about yourself, the truth about yourself, things that you find out about you that you didn't even know. This could be like your hidden magic, hidden talents, even really figuring out, oh dang, I really do like this person, or I really love this person, or I really love doing this one thing, or this is where, you know, this is what I see myself doing. I'm going to start this, like starting a business or something like that, or creating something. You know what I'm saying? You're really going to figure out like, oh, there's the spark, okay? It's going to be really revealing to all of us, okay? It's also going to remove things based off of the reactions, or based off of what's being revealed and shown to us. It's also going to make some changes within our connections, our relationships, how we feel about certain things, whether it's our morals, values, beliefs, you know, old patterns, behaviors, things of that nature. So we might get rid of a lot of things that aren't good for us. Now's the time. Okay, it's kind of like, I'd say, like cleaning out the closet in a sense, but on a deep level when it's with the sign of Scorpio. And a lot of people are scared of Scorpio energy. I don't know why. Probably because it's so mysterious, it's so hidden, it's so questionable in a sense, because you can't read the Scorpio kind of an energy, because they always stay within. That's why they're so mystical. So this is definitely going to be an opportunity for us to save a little bit of space, to have the opportunity to grow, to have the opportunity to heal, to have an opportunity to close doors where they shouldn't have been opened. You're going to start to see all of that. So every day I'm going to be going live doing updates on this, just so that you guys know, because the eclipse energy, you know, happens when there's a period of darkness, right? And that's another thing. That's that Scorpio energy. And I'm also going to talk about, this pertains to right now Lilith action. We'll talk about that in a second. But that period of darkness is that unknown energy where we don't know what's going to happen. It's the unexpected, right? And we already have unexpected things already happening, because Uranus is in Taurus and Pluto's in Aquarius, and we got Saturn and Neptune and motherfucking Pisces. So a lot of that's kind of already happening. So prepare for deep emotions to come out, okay? And secrets and hidden truths, everything's going to be coming to the light. So this eclipse, I'm ready for it. I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for it. I'm really excited to see what's to come, what's going to happen, what will be revealed, what will be shown to us. This could be speaking as far as what's going on in the world, okay? Who you're, you know, the people that are around you, your environment. It could be happening anywhere, your job, within yourself, things of that nature. A lot of us are definitely going to feel like we need to let go. Whether it's a pattern of behavior, whether it's a person, place, or thing, we're going to feel a strong urge to be like, you know what? I don't want to participate in this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. It's really going to happen. It's really going to come. So just allow yourself to let it flow and let it happen. Okay? That's that Scorpio energy, and that's pretty much what's going to happen. I'm going to talk more about that later, but we're already kind of feeling it. It feels uncomfortable. It feels uncertain. We're like, oh God, what's going to happen? But just make sure you stay in the now, okay? It's good to prepare, but you can never be too prepared for anything. It's kind of like, you know, you may not have prepared when you became pregnant. You weren't prepared to be a mother or a father, right? So you can't, it's just kind of like just knowing, being aware, right? Setting yourself up nice. So what does this look like for the week? while the moon is in Libra. That's why I said it's a really good time to balance everything out for yourself. Your work life, your home life, you know, within your own energy. If you feel scattered, find ways to get grounded. Don't put too much on your plate to give you, you know, to make you stressed out or give you anxiety. You really want to make things look nice, organized, have clean spaces. That's the aesthetics, right, of Libra, you know, the ruling planet of Venus. It's all about finding the beauty within everything, the beauty in the journey, the beauty within loving yourself, the beauty in being optimistic and, you know, in someone else's path. Like if you talk to friends, family, whoever, you know, be more optimistic about it. Kind of fall in love with the space that you're in right now. It's going to be very key for you. Okay. We're all going to find a need right now to, you know, get dolled up, make ourselves look good, because when you look good, you feel good. Maybe that'll help you a little bit. Maybe set an intention every time you go out. I don't care if it's the grocery store, to the gas station, or whatever. Just, you know, be the version of yourself that you want to see come next year, the end of the year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, that matches that vision that you have for yourself. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. You know, I always say that, right? So that way, anything that does come your way, you're like, oh yeah. Now all you have to do is just put focus and utilize your discernment within that moment and decide, Spirit, should I be going here? Should I be doing this? And you don't have to worry about maybe your hair. You don't have to worry about how you look. You don't have to like, oh, I gotta get my nails done. I gotta get my toes done. I gotta do, you know what I mean? Like all that's done already. So this is the time to really kind of do that. Refine everything, especially your personal surroundings. Like cleanse everything, spiritual hygiene. Just do all of it. That's where you can kind of focus with Moon and Libra to do that. It's a perfect time to do so. Okay. And just know that whatever happens is for your highest good. Oh, we're gonna finish that in a minute. I just need a little spice kick. So that's pretty much Moon in Libra. Let me pull up the actual calendar. So the Moon in Libra is going to stay here. So I'll be doing updates every day. We've got, let's see where we at. So today's Tuesday. So it's going to go into Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday, you're going to feel that eclipse energy, and then we're going to talk about the moon going into Scorpio, okay? It'll stay in Scorpio Friday and Saturday, and Sunday it'll move to fire sign, which is Sagittarius. So check this, how this plays. So right now it's all about getting things in order. It's giving, like, get your shit together, stay in your own lane, focus on what you can focus on and control right now at this time. Get your shit ready and stable and grounded before this eclipse happens, where everything's just going to burst out. So it's kind of like setting up your mental, okay? Getting your mind right in a sense. Because the releasing, okay? Like if you got to cry, like let it out. And then it's going to be cool because it's going to swift into Sag energy, where Sag likes to keep things lit. So this could be kind of good about it as well. So it's like if somebody said something to you or admitted something to you, Sag is the one that keeps the fire going, okay? But also likes to be free. So everyone's going to be facing some type of tower moment. This could be like some glitch with you using your credit card, or this could be something needing to be fixed with your car, because remember we have Mercury retrograde going on. Everybody's facing some kind of tower moment, some breakup, some divorce, some you stopping a pattern or behavior that you know is bad for you. Stop drinking, smoking, eating chocolate, overworking out, or overworking yourself. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is for you, there's always going to be some kind of tower moment that somebody's going through. So right now when it's in Libra, remember Libra rules your kidneys, your skin, your veins, your urinary tract, all of that, right? So during this time, it's kind of like people probably indulge now before the eclipse comes, because when you hit A lot of people are going to be very emotional, and it just so happens to play out on the weekend when everyone wants to go out and have a little bit of fun, is what's funny to me. So just be weary of, you know, the conversations you're having, the places that you're at, what you're involving yourself in, or what you choose to participate in. That's also going to matter, because there's going to be a lot of maybe people talking outside their neck. It's just kind of like vomit of their words. A couple of aspects I do want to talk about before we tap in. We have Lilith squaring up with the sun. Let's talk about that. So remember, I was saying, like, try not to disturb the peace. Like, find ways to find your peace, whether that's going into hermit, whatever that looks like for you. Whether that's chiming in and you deciding on what you want to do for the remainder of this week, but try not to disturb your peace. And allow yourself to, you know when it's time to share good or bad information, especially with family and friends, because you never know what somebody's going through. This Lilith squaring up, let me pull it up. So Lilith is at a 12 degree. It's been chilling in Leo, a fire sign, right? Lilith likes to be in water energy, doesn't like to be in fire. So it's squaring up with the sun, which is in Taurus, an earth sign. So if you can really think about it, let's break it down so that we can understand it together. So Lilith is really the shadow side of the divine feminine energy. We know this, right? So what does this look like? Sexual desires, our raw emotions spilling out. Look at the sirens going. Siren energy. And just also wanting to be independent and feel free, right? So there's a little bit of tension when it's squaring up, because squares aren't great. Well, they can be in some cases, but for the most part, it's not. So in this case, it's like it's tension between going towards our desires. So this looks like Jezebel energy. Let's say you're on Hi, hun, how are you? Columbia? Did I say that right? Thanks for tuning in. So this is a push and pull struggle between going after our desires or going toward putting our energy and time and effort into going towards something that's going to bring us stability and build our foundation, right? So it's going to look like this. So let's say, for example, you're on a road to celibacy. Well, everyone's throwing their ass at you. It's kind of like, gosh, it's so easy. I can just fulfill my desires because it's being thrown at me. But I know if I go do that, I may face karma. I'm going to, it's going to be a karmic situation. It's going to be adding on, trash that I don't need in my life at this time. It's going to be adding more problems, more fuel to the fire that I don't want to deal with right now because you ain't got time for it, right? But some people might just go and take a bite of that desire and just go after it. The other side of you is like, instead of participating in this, how about I just go over here and put my energy and effort towards things that actually matter to me? What does this look like? Let me set myself up nice. Instead of going after this Jezebel, I'm going to save myself and continue to go on my celibacy journey and soul search and master myself and really figure out what type of person I really want to attract towards me, right? What are the things that I look for? So really being that, modeling that, and being that person. Because when you are that already, then that's what you'll attract, right? So that's kind of, the tension when it's squaring up. So that kind of just happened. We're going to want to really express ourselves in a creative way as well, since Lilith's been in Leo. I want to say, because there is a trine with Chiron. So it's also an opportunity to kind of help us with, because Chiron is, the wounded healer energy, which is in Aries, and Lilith's in Leo, which is a fire sign. So it's helping out. Trine is really helping us out to really kind of have that confidence and really kind of get out what we want to say in a creative way that doesn't hurt anybody's feelings, but it's helping heal you and the other party possibly, right? It's really coming together. So there can be a tendency to really cling on what's familiar to us during this time, cling on to what makes us feel comfortable at this time, and kind of resist the change. So be wary of that as well. You don't want to, this looks like, you know, I'm gonna do this later, I'm gonna do this another time, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that, and stay towards what's comfortable, because you have to go in your, you have to go in your north node, which is in Taurus. It's all about, you want to gain some material possessions of whatever you're putting your blood, sweat, and tears and energy into, right? You want to be able to travel freely, do whatever you want, have options, and just not have to worry or be in fear and doubt yourself that you can't do something. You kind of just want to live your goddamn life, right? So we have to activate our north node. We have to go into that energy. What does that look like? Unknown experiences, you know, tapping into, walking into places that have already had our name on it, and seeing what happens, seeing what occurs. So we really have to do that. We really have to go there. Don't resist the change. And this square really can also, when it comes to being moon in Libra, which is our love relationships, right? So you think of the square with the sun, it can be a power struggle. Who has the power? Who's wearing the pants in a relationship or a connection? I see a lot of conversations online, the men versus women kind of an energy, divine masculine versus divine feminine. All this stuff is playing out. Even they're getting the rainbow family, LGBTQ, A2C, in this too. So you see a lot of that back and forth, fighting, arguing, all the philosophical conversations that people are having. So lots of clashes between two energies. So, you know, you may believe in something and this person doesn't. So now it's like, well, I really don't like them anymore. I'm not going to watch them, or I'm not going to involve myself with them. I'm not going to support them. It's like all this going back and forth. So just kind of like stay in your lane. That's what I'm saying. Stay in your lane. Let people be. You get a message, or you get the feeling, or you listen to your intuition, your gut, and you move the way you need to move, respectfully, pretty much. Okay? Because right now we're just, it's all about focusing on your stability and your security. Okay? If you're in a connection where you don't feel safe and you don't feel secure, then why are you in it? If you have to constantly question this person, constantly look in their phone, or question their intentions, if they're good or not, you know, what do they really want from me? If you don't feel that already, if you don't know that, then just go on, because you're going to make yourself sick, stressed out, depressed, trying to figure it out. If someone's not handing it to you, letting you know what's up and what they're expecting of you, or what they're here to give to you, move on. There's like so many other people. Okay, I don't care if this is like whatever ship you're sailing. Like this could be, you know, an ex ship. This could be, you know, a current relationship, a friendship, a business partnership, situationship, whatever ship you want to call it. So go where you feel excited. Go where there's passion. Go where there's reciprocity. Sail that ship. Doesn't that sound a little bit better? Okay, because you don't want to go into conflict and then, you know, you're going to burn a bridge for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So always go to the horse's mouth when you need to get some information. Instead of assuming, this is where you find the balance. If you felt some kind of way, go talk to the ass and figure it out now before we get this in eclipse season, or else somebody's going to burst out on Friday. Like, come this full moon energy and this eclipse, it could have been already happening to you guys, but somebody's gonna blow their lid, and it's not gonna be pretty. So you want to be setting yourself up in a comfortable way, so you can be able to navigate this energy. Okay, that's the best way I can say. What else do we have? Because we do have the sun is sextiling Saturn. That could be like super lost in illusion. Someone could really sell a pipe dream on that one. Okay, but hopefully the sun will help, because the sun is grounding in Taurus right now and Saturn's in Pisces. So it's kind of like you might be able to foresee an opportunity that's not good for you if you're in a grounded space. So in order to really navigate this, guys, just find ways to create more passion in your life. operate out of love. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say shit at all. Keep it pushing. Stay out the way. Stay in the cut. You know what I mean? Like, just duck and dodge if you need be. And just find ways to get creative. Like, think of things to do, like whether it's writing, whether it's listening to music, doing yoga, going outside, involving yourself in a fun, loving activity. Let your inner child play is really the name of the game. So always have an outlet, okay, to really express yourself. We do also have, Neptune is also sextiling Pluto too. So that could kind of help us out. Sextiles are good, just so that you're aware, but I'm not going to really go in deep with that. Just really address any underlying issues right now. Get it out now. That way, when this full moon comes, you can just focus on yourself, on releasing people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Releasing things that aren't good for you. And you can just focus on you. Focus on self. That way you can come out and pop out in this world and be a better energy instead of an energy that's just projecting your hurt and your pain and your sorrows to other people. That way you can stand tall, 10 toes with the crown back on during this full moon when it's coming up. Okay? And that's really what it's all about. It's really all about conversing with other people and letting them know what's up. And if you're good on that aspect, then continue to just, be you. In order to move towards things that are more harmonious, that are more loving for you. All right. So let's get started. I think that's the only aspects I want to talk about that just switched over. As the days go on, that's why I want you guys to watch every single video that you come across, because you never know what aspects is going to change throughout the days. But that's just the major one that I want to talk about. Lilith is squaring up with the sun right now. Yeah, we'll move on. Pretty soon, Jupiter's going to go into Taurus, I think, in... what's today? Like in a week and a half. So then we'll have 5 planets in Taurus. More grounded energy. All right. So let's tap in, guys. So this is the portion where I'm going to do a collective spread. That way we can get a little bit more insight to the energies and where to put our focus and where not to put our focus. The collective messages are always to promote healing or to see where opportunities lie for us, to make a choice, to make a decision on what to do next. Not necessarily what to do, but I would say just to have a one-up, right? Just to have a one-up. I'm going to do a few oracles, you guys. So this one, when I do this oracles, I usually include numerology. I'm also going to utilize the Sacred Destiny oracles. And I will use the Fairy deck oracles, which I love. This is one of my favorite decks. It's a little bit older, but I love it. It carries so much energy. All right. What do we have for the collective? And then I'll pull a card for each individual sign, because we have time. What do we have for the collective? Oh, and if you guys are wondering, I just have like some healing frequency in the background. I think it's like 900 and something hertz. I forgot. Oh, that one was hidden. Okay, so let's talk about it. So we do have, look at that. Look what comes out. I'm telling y'all. I be receiving like crazy. Contracts. Okay, and look at the scale. Moon in Libra with the scale here, but she has a blindfold on with the number 6. 6, feminine energy. So it's all about what are you telling yourself? Okay, what are you putting in your mind? Okay, what contracts are you creating that haven't even happened yet? What does this look like, Tisha? Well, this looks like, I don't know, let's say you have a crush on somebody. So it's like, oh, that's my next victim. I'm getting that person. Oh, we can move in together. Oh, they do this. I do that too. Oh, I can live with them. Oh, you know what I'm saying? As you're like watching them and as you're getting to know them, it's like you're already kind of creating this magic square, aka your soul contract with this person. It's like you're creating something. That could be a theme. And you're blind to see the red flags because you could have rose-colored glasses on, and you're just really wanting something to work, but that means you're not staying in the present. So making sure that we're staying in the present and we're not creating thing that's not there yet. You know, all we have is right now. The past is the past, and the future doesn't exist yet. So make sure that you take off your rose-colored glasses and really figure out and find out, and not be in a confused energy or a confused state, and making sure that you are taking your time with allowing yourself to sign contracts, aka contracts you might not be able to physically see. The one that I'm talking about right now is with other people. Okay, so what does this look like? You know, business partners, specifically business partners, you know, making sure that you check out their profile and things of that nature. Are they who they say they are? You know what I'm saying? So it's not the time right now to really just dabble into just anybody just because. You want to make sure that their energy resonates with yours. You want to make sure it makes sense, because a lot of people are in situations right now because of greed, okay, for that piece of cotton, money. And so you want to make sure that you're not signing contracts that you're going to regret later on. Even your friendships, people that you meet, especially love relationships right now. Okay, you might think someone's good for you, but wait, just keep watching. Just take your time and just see. They might reveal a couple of more things for you, and then you'll be able to take off the rose-colored glasses and be like, oh, ooh, I dodged a bullet because I was about to go put all my eggs in one basket. Okay. Also, too, guys, there is books on the table here. So this can literally mean like maybe you guys have signed some contracts here as well. You know, utilize your discernment during Mercury retrograde. If this is like a contract with getting a house, a car, anything major that involves lots of money, you want to make sure you cross your T's, dot all your I's. But congratulations to you if you're moved in a new home, or you've gotten a new car, or whatever that have you, or you've gotten, you know, whatever you need to get. But with this blindfold, it's more so like, just don't be blind to the facts. Like literally, it's kind of like read between the lines. You know, sometimes contracts have like small fine print that nobody reads and you just sign. It's kind of like, set your intentions on what it is that you want, and then really go through things with a fine-tooth comb. Okay, make sure you're just signing up for things that you really want to sign up for, and you're not just doing something just in spite because someone told you to do something. Really check the energy first. That's really what I got for that one. Okay. Oh, we do have a storm warning, which I just kind of mentioned. You know, we're about to have new beginnings. Don't be scared of the storm warning. The storm warning is basically because we have the eclipse and the full moon that's right around the corner in the sign of Scorpio. Remember that I told you many truths. Things will be released, okay? So something right now is brewing, of course. I feel like for a lot of you, if you just stay in the optimistic mind and think that something good is going to happen to me around this time, like I'm ready for something new, keep your mind there, you know? Don't set your mind up thinking that something bad is going to happen. Set your mind up saying like whatever does happen, whether it's bad or good or something that's not in your favor, just know that rejection is protection, and something didn't happen because it wasn't its time, it wasn't supposed to, you weren't ready, or maybe, you know, it just wasn't time. You know what I'm saying? because it's 10 equals 1, which is a new beginning. So it's kind of like many things may get pulled away from you, and it could look bad on the surface, but if you go within and you believe that I got stripped from my job on purpose because I knew I was supposed to start my business. You know what I'm saying? It's something like that. Like, you gotta really see the light of it all. Maybe God knows that there's a mission that you have to carry out, you know. So look at things that way, okay? That's what's brewing right now. It's going to be very electrifying, to say the least, because it's an event that, you know, you can't foresee this. You may feel something, though, energetically, but you don't know what it's going to be. So it's, of course, the unknown. So I like how in this photo here, everything's still standing tall. So this is you, right? Setting yourself up nice, finding a nice balance, staying solid within your morals, values, and beliefs, and what you got going on, setting your boundaries, and you're going to stand tall through it all. We all have things that happen in our lives. Nothing's ever like perfect. There's always an obstacle of some sort, or there's always kind of some tower moment kind of a deal, or something, some rift that we have to get through, aka a challenge that we have to face. But in the midst of that, I like how there's only like one little piece that's broken. So this looks to me like, you know, you could be disappointed, but you're still standing on 10 toes, your crown back on, coming up with solution, how to navigate this energy, how to get out of it, taking the pieces from the rubble and building it back up again. You know what I'm saying? There's a way out. There's a way out. Okay? There is a way out. It just might be shocking. You might be, you know, it's kind of alarming. It's like, oh, okay. So whether this is good news or bad news, something may come out, like you might get a check of 3 racks in the mail or something, or deposited, you know, like, oh my God, what? You know what I'm saying? Or this looks like, you know, new contracts that could be coming in that you couldn't see, that were brewing. The universe is brewing up some receipts because of the seeds that you planted before. You put in effort into something long ago, and now they're just starting to appear, okay? They may be coming. So when this full moon is coming up, that's why I said balance everything out, because during a full moon, it's not time to really manifest. It's time to really start to release what's going on. And you'll see very clear as day what's being stripped away, what's coming in. That way you know how to move, and then you'll actually find a new appreciation for this beginning, whether this is losing friends. So we're in more of the death end when we hit this eclipse, full moon in Scorpio. It's more on the death and transformation portion. So whatever needs to be gone, just be okay with it being removed. Be okay with letting something go. Detach is key. That way you can find a really nice appreciation for what's to come, and then your thoughts will be way better. You'll have a balance between divine masculine, number 1, and divine feminine, number 5, coming together equaling 6. And so your thoughts will be way better. You'll be more optimistic about life, and then you'll actually kind of be happy that something happened in the way that it did, and the way that it played out, so that you can move on in an easier fashion and appreciate what you got now, and walk in gratitude more than anything. I feel like a lot of us are going to be super grateful for whatever does happen. We're going to be like, oh my God, I'm so glad that happened the way that it did, because I didn't have the guts to say something, or I didn't have the guts to ask, or, you know, whatever have you. So just be aware of that, okay? Now, some of the situations that that you could be going through this week with balancing out, it's like we have a lot going on. So we have all tied up. We got a lot of changes we have to make. We got a lot of changes that, you know, that need to get done. We have unbeknownst changes that are going to come towards us. 23 equals 5, right? So it's all about just, like I said, finding a nice balance right now, not putting too much on your plate, okay? This looks like, you know, just because you don't want to deal with your feelings with somebody, you're going to try and work a little bit more and stay at work a little bit. You don't want to come home and have that conversation with your person. No, don't do that. Don't sweep anything under the rug. Release it and just like talk about it. This is a really good energy to get things out in the air. Libra's an air sign, right? So it all makes sense. You don't want to be sitting there like, oh my God, damsel in distress. Oh, help me. Oh, I'm stuck. Like, you don't want to be that. So it's all about going deep. I like this has water in the background too. So go deep within first, you know, figure out what are those things that really have your mind boggled or have you in a tizzy right now. What's something that has you in a chokehold that you need to just kind of like figure it out and let it roll out, okay? Because we are now opening the door. Well, it's been opened. The door to happiness and healing is here, okay? 34 equals 7. So it's all about maybe you have been a person that's been doing a lot of soul searching, or maybe you need to go in. 7 is a masculine number. So it's kind of like maybe knowing when to say no and back away from certain things and holding conviction within that. That way you can operate in your own energy, because once you go within and go in hermit mode and go into your own bubble, recharge, re-energize, readjust, and then you'll have energy to pour out and go into the world, and you'll feel a little bit more freed up. Especially when you heal those old wounds, you'll just feel so much better. Like whether this is talking to someone about it, having a counselor, a mentor, writing, journaling, meditating, whatever that space is for you that you go to. Even when you meditate, like having a space in the higher realms, like you always have a space called home that you go to whenever you don't feel yourself, or when you feel detached, right? So just calling upon that. It's definitely open. Like I said earlier, we do have that Chiron. I mean, Lilith is trining with Chiron right now. Even though Chiron is squaring up with Mars, it's kind of like doing something that feels a little bit uncomfortable, but you got to do it, okay? Chiron's in Aries. It's been giving us a chance to heal those wounds. Some people say, I don't care, I don't want to heal, I'm just going to project. And I'm going to find people that are miserable like me so I can talk about all the miserable things, and we can converse about all the things that suck right now every single day. That's not, you don't want to stay in an energy like that every single day of your life. You don't want to do that. It's good to relate to somebody and have a conversation with someone that understands you, that experienced the same thing, but it's always good to kind of like flip it and figure out a solution. Talk about ways that helped you manage not being triggered anymore, so you can move on and not hold that badge of hurt or pain or struggle or whatever it is that you went through, aka this looks like healing, so that you can be happy, okay? Now there is a lot of things going on as far as in our skies. Literally, it's a spiritual war, right? So we're, depending on who you are, I'm not going to tell you you're not fighting it. Depending on who you are, you know if you're fighting it or not, if you're actually in the fight. I know a couple of people that truly, really are. There's a lot of healers, that are actually helping assist. Earth angels, fairies, things of that nature. So during this time, we have the root chakra here. They want us to stay vibrating low, in the lowest chakra possible. They don't want us to activate our crown, right? So you have to make sure that if you are in the root chakra energy, it's all about transmuting the energy and turning into your creative endeavors during this time. Find a balance, okay? It's okay to rock out in your Lilith, divine feminine shadow energy, but you know what I'm saying? Don't overindulge and don't get yourself wrapped up in something that you don't want to get wrapped up in, okay? Be careful of the music that you're listening to right now, making sure you're not listening to, like, I don't know, music where they're talking about nonsense. You know what's out right now. Maybe listen to positive solfeggio frequencies, healing frequencies, or just positive music or positive affirmations, or watch what you're paying attention to on TV, so So just be aware of those things. Also, to what you're putting in your body. Everything right now is being attacked. As far as like our food, our money, everything, right? So it's just finding like really what works for you. Everyone's gonna be different, and everyone has different the environments that they're in right now, but also their resources. Okay, it all comes down to your resources. So utilize your resources the best way that you can, but with being intentional at the same token, because 35 does equal 8. Okay, you can look at life as not having any, like, some people feel like they can't get out of something, and some people feel like, you know what, I have infinite amount of possibilities. When there's a will, there's a way. I'm gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And that's the energy that we kind of want to be in, for the most part. Okay, so do everything out of love if you can. Okay, 38 equals 11, which is a master number, and it's still that number 8 in there. So this is also number 3, focusing on you and what's going on, and also who may be around you as well. Because when you operate out of love, that energy you're pushing out is what you're going to receive, and other people will see that, and then you'll get that as a boomerang effect in return. Okay, having a chance to heal your heart chakra. If you're a person that says fuck love, you know, I'm done, I'm over it, I'm running from you, because that means you're saying you don't love yourself. So that's an opportunity for shadow work. That's an opportunity to go within and heal whatever is making you feel that way. All right. Very, very important. And recognize if you are in that state of like, I don't want to deal with nobody, fuck love. You know what I mean? If you're in that state, then it's like you need to hold on. Okay. Women holding a heart. Okay. Have your angels, ancestors, guides, higher self, whatever. Protect your heart space and heal your heart space. And try not to be someone else's a liability. You want to work on yourself hard enough and go hard on yourself and love yourself to where you'll be an asset to somebody else. Okay, so lots of healing energy. Healer of the ages. I like this card. 51 equals 6. 666 is on the board. So however that whatever that means to you when it's all coming into 666. So just recognize that he has fire here. Look at the energy. So it's all about moving in Christ consciousness, right? Allowing yourself to really heal. It's really, really important, guys, at this time to really just focus on doing what you can in the midst of healing, finding balance. I love how, look at all these cards. So 6, 6, and 6. This is Libra energy all the way. 6 is all about finding a balance, reciprocity, equal give and take. That's really what it's screaming here. It's all about nurturing self, okay? Whether this is nurturing your love relationships, nurturing your family members, your kids, your loved ones, nurturing and taking care of the things that you already have and not paying attention to what you don't have, but being appreciative of what you already have and taking care of it. It's kind of like that old saying. I remember back in the day, like, I forgot exactly what the saying was, but it's kind of like, I remember back in the day, my dad used to tell me, he used to say, why would I give you $100? Like when I was younger and I'd ask for it. He's like, you don't even take care of your sneakers. Look at your sneakers, they're dirty, you didn't even clean them. You know, like, why would I give you $100 to buy some more shoes? So it's kind of like, if you take care of what you have now, then you'll probably be rewarded, you know, for getting more. It's kind of like someone, you know, if I tell you I'm going to give you $100, can you turn this into $1,000, or are you just going to spend it and then not do anything with it? So it's kind of like wherever your relationship is with money, since I'm using this example, that's what you're going to receive back. So you have to make sure your relationship with self, relationship with others, finding a balance. It's just all about finding that balance energy, and I really like that. So find ways to also move your energy to start creating as well. Okay? Whether it's an outlet or whether you're trying to monetize it. Get creative, guys. We are here to be creators. We are creative beings. All right? So let's get started, guys. I'm going to pull another oracle at this time. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Thumbs up. This is resonating with you. That way the video can circulate and percolate. Okay? Let's go ahead and use the Destiny Oracles. What do we have for the collective? Destiny Oracles for the collective. All right. Ooh. We have all the S's. I thought we was gonna get all the R's. Yeah, look at that. This is funny. So when we're able to really stand still, we can see what's no longer serving us, what we really want to bring in, what we want to receive, what we want to release, okay? But it's all a matter of being quiet, being still, and listening, okay? Not sitting there begging for something that you don't have and that you want. Oh God, please help me do this. Only when you're in need. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really take action and be that leader that you are, and really stand tall and be confident and know that there's a way to get out of everything. You just have to stand still, breathe, and listen. Okay? That's the name of the game. So sometimes we have to do that. You know, a lot of us could be very busy. We could be, you know, we get up, we get ready, we go to work, we come home, we're still working because we got to clean the house, we got to take care of the kids, we got to feed the animals, we got to, you know what I'm saying, cook dinner, we got to, you know, do things for ourselves, maybe go to the gym, maybe do some homework, maybe, you know, do a little bit of shadow work, maybe because we want to read, we got a show to watch, we got to, you know what I mean, excuse me, it's like all these things, and we're constantly moving. So sometimes we have to just take at least 15 minutes. Take at least 15 minutes for yourself of pure quietness. If you can, do a little bit longer. I always try and get in 30 to an hour every day. I always go over that, but you know, to each his own. And that's part of self-care, okay? So, like I said, kind of get ready now. Get ready now. If you know you feel some kind of way about people, places, and things right now, and things that you're dabbling into, just get rid of it now. Just get rid of it now, or else it's going to be yanked from you come the full moon in Scorpio and the lunar eclipse that's going to happen, okay? Leadership. It's kind of like right now, it's a good time to get out of your feelings when you're making these decisions and be a little bit more cerebral, since we're in the moon of Libra as far as our emotions, because Mars is in Cancer right now, so it's kind of like causing us to but let me pull up here, because Mars is our action planet, right? But we do have Mercury that's retrograde, and this retrograde is hitting a little bit different, so it is actually kind of helping us out. We do have the Sun, which is conjuncting Mercury right now, so it's really helping us to say the things that we need to say in a form of having integrity while doing it, okay? So I really like that. Success is right around the corner, or you could have success right now. It all depends on how you define success. I love this sky. It's like the real beautiful sky. We have the strength within us to carry out whatever it is that we want to see within our lives. It's all a matter on it's all on a matter of what you believe. Not really what you believe, but like, it all boils down to confidence. You know, focusing on our security. Okay, focusing on the things that matter. Right now, it's a really good time to do that. Remember, Libra is ruled by Venus, which rules love, relationships, and money. So it's all about what are we tapping into right now where we feel successful at doing and we feel like we can do for a long period of time. You can monetize that. Or if you're successful at your job already, it's kind of like make ways to be known. Maybe you can find another way, or maybe you want another title at your job or something like that, to make more money. You know what I'm saying? To bring in the security. It's like keeping it lit. I like this fire energy. So if you want to look at the scale of it, Aries gets the fire started. Leo keeps it lit. Like Leo's like, help me keep, but they need help. And so here comes Sagittarius. The mutable energy is what keeps the fire lit. So keep the fire lit under your ass to get things going, to bring on the security, to build the foundation, to build that table, to have all the appetizers and meals you want. You know what I'm saying? To feed you and everybody. Look at it like that. Okay? What is something that keeps your fire lit? It's kind of like, you know, when they ask that question, I remember when I used to do marketing, when I used to do like opportunities a long time ago, and they would say, what is your, find out your burning desire, but you got to know your why. So that's kind of the same energy. Okay. Why are you doing what you're doing? Do you even know what you're doing? If you have a purpose, you'll get this message. If you feel like you ain't got no purpose, this video, this channel is probably not for you. But if you know that you're someone that has this mission and you have a purpose of being here, then it's like keep that fire lit to keep you going, to keep everything going for yourself so that you can have the freedom to do X, Y, and Z. You have unlimited opportunities. You have options, right? With money comes options. With knowledge and wisdom, allows you to elevate. Just having, you know, I think of fire, I think ambition or ambitious energy, you know, and doing the things that make you happy. In the same token of that, you have the delight card here. Birds can also bring you messages. It's also like maybe going out in nature, sky watching and listening to the birds. They're full of music and you can get messages. You know what I'm saying? If you're a person that has, if your hearing is on, it's really all in all what makes your soul feel good. Because you don't want to be, you'll know when you get that feeling, you know, that like butterfly feeling people always say when they meet someone, oh, I got butterflies. That's actually telling your ass to run. Because it's your soul saying, get out. So they're now, if you didn't leave, they're going to now create circumstances. This looks like arguments, not getting along with your partner, all these things that look like it's going downhill and it's not working, and you're forcing to keep it to work because you didn't feel that sign. So do things that make your soul feel good. You know, when they say so good, that was so good. You want things to, I say soul good, because you want to be able to feel it. We're supposed to be going inward during this retrograde, especially with the moon in Libra. All right. So that's why it's focusing on our connections right now, our relationships, the things we value. And delight is also, it's giving the aesthetics of beauty, right? Which is Libra energy. Okay. I did mention release, but I say do it now. That way it doesn't come left field, like something's being, like a rug's being pulled under your feet come Friday. So we're going to move along to our fairy oracles here. Dink. All right. I love this deck. As far as for the collective. What do we have for the collective? This guy is interesting today. at that. We're in spring. Let me read this first. Your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. I remember a couple of videos ago I was saying this, like spring cleaning. Spring is to, like, you know, so that we can move forward within our lives. This looks like feng shuiing your space, cleaning out things that no longer serve you, whether it's people, places, things, patterns, behaviors, old habits, all that stuff. And then also next to it, you have the let go card. Okay. As you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. And this is part of that energy where we're talking about standing still, with the bird in there too. Bird, right? That should be a sign for you. A lot of us want to control pretty much a lot of situations in our lives. And when you actually focus on just surrendering to divine intervention, you'll start to understand this energy a little bit more. Okay. It takes a lot of discipline to really do it subconsciously, but if you practice it, it takes 21 days to gain a new habit, right? And 21 days to lose one. So I feel like letting go, this is that energy. What did I say earlier? Release, right? It's really just more confirmation. Let go, release. To things that no longer serve us. That way we can allow room for what is for us, for what's to come. Aren't you excited? Like, get excited for the new shit that's about to crank up. I know I am. Okay, look at that. So we have travel. An upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways. Okay, I like this. So this also can go with door to personal happiness and healing. This also can go with contracts, right? Because if you think about it, this can either be like astro traveling, or this could be physically traveling, like in an actual plane, driving somewhere. You just traveling into different chakras within your body. You know what I'm saying? Trying to light up all your chakras, finding the balance. Okay, however it makes sense for you as far as when the word travel comes to mind. Okay, I like with the lights, with the deer, with the light. Where is it? Like a moose? Hold on. Well, anyways, it has lights on it. It's like fairy energy, you know, and that's the surrender energy. This fairy's like, just surrender. You know what I'm saying? Like, let go. You have to experience life. And I was kind of saying this earlier, when we have to get into having to activate our north node, you know, going to those unfamiliar places or unknown places, not knowing what's going to happen. That's all about activating your north node. That's what we're here to do, is have new experiences. You don't want to be chilling in your south node the whole time you're here. Then what's the point of being here? It's kind of like a waste of energy. That's the person that has no purpose. You're just going to be finding other people that are just like you, that same wounds and everything, but y'all ain't coming up with no solutions. Y'all ain't helping one another get out of a situation. Y'all just sitting and chilling in the south node. You want to be chilling in the north node. Okay, especially when it's in Taurus right now. Good things can really come out of this Taurus energy, guys, with all these planets in Taurus right now, especially because Taurus has something to do with our material possessions, and being very practical about gaining those things. So, you know, some of us may have to just get out of our comfort zone. If you're a homebody, kind of get outside sometimes. I'm not saying go to another country, but, you know, maybe take a weekend trip. Maybe do a spa retreat for yourself if you don't want to deal with people. You know, do things for you. You know, it doesn't always have to involve somebody else. But I would say maybe like a trip, maybe coming or going, like meeting with people. This could be with friends, this could be a loved one. It's going to be very life-changing, whether it's like deepening a connection or releasing. Because I'll give you a quick story. You can talk on the phone, FaceTime, Zoom for years to somebody, and you won't know them until you physically are in their energy, until you're physically right next to them. And it happens every single time that way. Every single time. So, very telling. So you've got the power. Use your abilities to resolve this situation. You can do it. I always talk about finding your rainbow magic, finding your rainbow energy, operating in your rainbow energy. You know, it really kills me when I still to this day see people jealous, envious, you know, like just bashing people or putting them down or making them feel inferior. It's just like, why waste your time doing that? You have your own magic within you. There's something that you specifically have inside of you. You just have to heal. The more you heal, the more you unlock the magic. It's that simple. Continue to heal and work on yourself and work towards becoming the best version of you, which is AKA remembering who you are and your mission here. Why did you come here? You know what I'm saying? What should you be doing? And you'll start to trust your answers instead of going outside of yourself. It's very, very important, okay? Now, remember, I like this card too, get some exercise. As your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. Now, I like how this fairy is just kind of like floating and flying. Gosh, I always fly in my dreams. And it has crystals here too. I like how the crystals have the plant right here as well. Get some exercise. This is kind of just calling, you have to recognize with all of these eclipses and retrogrades, these avatars, this meat suit, as the last few years, I would say 2020, starting 2020, we all kind of, our whole world got rocked and flipped upside down in a sense, right? We're not as active as we used to be because of all these guidelines and stipulations and things of that nature, because of what they told us we had to do now, right? Because of you know what. So it's like now we're not moving around as much. We're not getting around as much. We're not doing as much as we used to. So I always say get out. Like I like to ride my bike. I like to take walks. I like to do yoga. There's also a bike that I have upstairs. So it's kind of like, you know, even when I'm just like dancing in my room or whatever, just find ways to just really stay active, because you have a mission. You have things that you got to get done. I don't care how healthy you eat, but you might not be able to do a pull-up. You might not be able to lift something. Like your body might be so weak. Like build the strength. You know what I'm saying? Your mind might be a lot stronger, but match this avatar with that. You know what I'm saying? Once you release all your traumas and you start to heal, you start to get a little bit lighter. Like, I know, man, working on myself for months now, right? Like, deep. And, like, I lost so much weight. Like, look how skinny I am. Like, it starts to really kind of show when you start taking care of your temple and this avatar, because we kind of need these to, like, uphold. You know, I know it sucks sometimes, but for me as a Pisces, I kind of like to, you know, let's call it, you know, when you sit there and you, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like you go in a daze and you're sitting there and you're just like, and you're just staring. It's because, like, I'm always up there in another room, in the higher realms, doing something else. But I got this body still. I got to come back to the body still. It's like we got to take care. You still got to take care of it. You still got to feed it, give it water. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at it like that, you know what I'm saying? Because our spirit is infinite, but this body ain't. So just keep that in mind too when you're carrying out your endeavors. That's really important right now. We need all the strength we can, and we'll feel very lethargic and tired when eclipse season and retrograde season is here. So it's not just you, it's many of us are going to feel it. You're going to feel so sleepy or so tired, or you're not going to want to do anything, especially with Mars in Cancer right now, okay? It's giving, I just want to be on the couch, you know, let me just take a nap a little bit longer. So, yeah, so make sure you're doing that. And we also have express your individuality. Super important right now at this time. It's all about being authentic. It's all about finding your magic. I always refer it back to this. This is the best example I can give you guys. Expressing your own individuality. What does that look like? Well, remember back in high school where you see a group of people and you may have called them the weirdos because they dressed different, their jewelry was different, Their makeup was different. The things that they were into were different. They were just different, aka the weird people, right? And everyone else was like kind of the same. The jocks to the cheerleaders to the popular crew to the, you know, like everybody like dressed the same, like did the same things, had the same backpacks, cell phone, like all this stuff, right? But yet those were actually the people like now, later on, as the years go by later on, it's good that you were a person. You weren't afraid to be who you truly are. You didn't let society or anyone else tell you who to be. So kudos to those people, okay? They were just expressing who they were. And now it's like a fad now. Now it's like no one cares about who's matching anymore. It's not about like the fat chain and all that stuff. It's really like more about being your authentic self, walking in your authenticity, because everyone copies everybody. But what makes you stand out? Okay? Like, here's another example. It's kind of like, you know, what bread do you choose in the aisles? We've got 100 types of different breads, but what's the bread that stands out to you and why? So just like water, just like all the makeup, you know what I'm saying? There's always the same thing. It's duplicated 100 times, but what makes you stand out? So really express that to the core, to the T, and fall in love with who you are, okay? It's being your true, authentic self, because our whole lives we've been programmed and told how to be, what to do. We never knew who we were. And that's why later on we start to hit maybe like early 20s or even late 20s or even early 30s and late 30s. People are just finding out, just trying to see who they really are. Okay, because we've unprogrammed, we started to gain new programs. Now, even during this age of Aquarius, many more things are being revealed. So we're really all going towards this authentic energy, and embracing it even more so now. Okay, so hopefully during this full moon, come Friday, maybe it'll reveal to you who is your true self. Who are you? You know? So those are all the oracles. Oh wait, except for emotional healing. This is major right now. What is that? That's not a cloud. Anyways, emotional healing. As your heart heals of old emotional pain and you receive new blessings in love. I literally just said this and I didn't even see this card. Release, right? When you release, when you heal. What did I say earlier? The more you heal those traumas, those wounds, whatever that you had going on, you just release the baggage. You become lighter within yourself. It's like you feel even more free. You feel even more happy. You feel like now I can focus more on the present instead of some old bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't trigger me anymore. You know what I'm saying? I can move on. Heal. This is what this full moon's gonna help do that. You know how I heal? Like, I'll give you a little tidbit. Sometimes when I meditate, I put on a certain frequency, and especially if I'm doing shadow work or something like that, and I'll make sure that, like, I'm a crier already. I could watch TV and cry, but crying is a form of releasing. You know what I'm saying? Just letting it out. No one hurt me. You know, no one made me mad or pissed me off, but it's old stuff that's just kind of coming out. It's a cleansing when you cry. It's a good thing to cry. Some people are afraid to cry, especially men. Let it out, because you're releasing all that junk, all that gunk. Your body is letting that go. So make sure you're doing that, okay? Do we have time for individual? Yeah, we'll do it. So I'm going to go into individual signs. Let's kind of get situated here. You guys don't forget to thumbs up the video as you're watching. Helps the video circulate and percolate. Let me get, you know what? I'm going to get the wheel. That way I can stay on task, because the crew ain't here today. You guys ready for the wheel? Let me grab the wheel, actually. That way we can do the wheel, guys. That way I can stay on task. And we're going to do all the way from Aries to Pisces. I'm going to use this new deck that I got. It's Amazeballs. Let me get the name of it. This deck is the Spirit of the Cosmos. I love this deck. I actually want to start using it at nighttime because it glows in the dark. And don't judge me, I just grabbed some Skittles. Whoa! What is that? Every time I'm live, I can't even take a picture. You guys, look up at the sky. Wherever you're at every day. Every day. Every day. Do it. Alright. I don't eat candy, but I seen it and something said eat it. Did I eat today? I didn't eat today. I haven't eaten yet. Alright guys, this will be the last portion. It'll be timestamped. This is going to go towards your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Spirit of the Cosmo deck. I'm just going to do a one card or whatever comes out. That's the intention. Okay. Alright, Spirit, we're going to switch gears. I need a one card pull for each individual Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If you guys know your big three, you guys can get a full message. Or refer back to the video after the timestamp. Alright, we're going to start off with Aries. Aries. Aries, we have the Hierophant. Hierophant energy. This is Taurus energy, by the way. How funny. I like this energy. And it's number 5. 5 for changes. Aries, you have a lot of changes that are coming. And you're definitely being guided. For some of you, you may want to be doing things that you shouldn't be because it's comfortable or because you're going after and chasing desires. I'm not saying that you're not taking care of business. It's not like you're not showing up for work or anything. You are doing those things, but more so than ever, life isn't where you want it to be in some sort of aspect. So you're definitely you're going more towards your desires. What does this look like? Well, okay, yeah, I worked the rest of the week. I worked all week, so I deserve a beer. I'm gonna go out and have a beer, and I'm gonna go sleep with a Jezebel and have a one night stand. You know, desire. It's just screaming desires, right? And so that's why it's like the wool is over the bull's eyes. It's like you'd rather go where it's comfortable, do what feels good, versus doing what you should be doing in order to create some form of positive change in your life. Hey, what's up, Morgan? I haven't seen you in a while. You need to, like, let's say for example, so you want to contribute all your time, energy to your desires, but what you should be doing is focusing on that vision that you have for yourself. Didn't you say that you wanted to buy that house? Didn't you say you wanted to move? Didn't you say you want, well, instead of dealing with this, you should have been doing that. So it's like you need to create and get and stay active within the change, because Taurus energy is the material possessions and gains, right? There's something that you want to have and that you want to receive, but you have to act on it. You have to take action. And I feel like you're being guided to do that. So what does this look like? Well, let me pull up the charts here too. Because you do have Jupiter in Aries, right? Jupiter's in Aries. This looks like, let's say for example, you know you don't want to go to work. You just don't want to wake up. You're focusing right now in the background to build a business, but you're doing it in a sporadic way. You're not consistent with it. And so, but you do wake up every morning, you punch the alarm clock and you go to work, but you don't want to do it. It's like doing things you don't want to do, but you got to do it because you have to, in a sense, but you don't have the burning desire to do so. You'd rather go with what's comfortable. It's like the change for you is, you're making change harder for yourself if you're moving that way. Just do it because you want to do it. You want to see yourself change. You want to grow and evolve and shift and jive and gain all of these certain possessions in life. So you have to be open to change, okay? Because it's coming, honey, okay? So you're definitely being guided. You're being guided, okay? It's kind of like you don't want to, it's like you know what you need to do for the most part, but you're choosing to go the other way. It's as simple as that, okay? What do we have for Taurus? This big, I don't like this cloud that's here because it's like black and gray and it's not a cloud. Okay, Taurus. Oh, Taurus, we've got 3 of Wands. This is fire energy, aka it could be Aries. 3 of Wands. Well, this looks like the phoenix rising from the ashes. I like this energy because Taurus, you guys are thriving. It's like if things were stagnant before, they're not now. This is your season right now to shine. So what does this look like? Pulling it from down here. In certain scenarios right now, Taurus, it's like before things may have hindered you. You may have been stopped to do certain things. Things weren't coming as easy for you. It might have felt like you had to work your ass off to get something happening, get something going. You got a blink or a piece of something and then it would go away. And it's like, damn it. You know what I'm saying? So it's always felt like you were being stopped. It's like, but you still kept going, because you had to, right? But you were disappointed. This is a lot of disappointment, setbacks, things of that nature. But I feel like now it's like, you know what? All the shit that I've been through, it's like I'm finally like coming out. I'm finally like opening up. I'm finally embracing all of these things. I get to celebrate life now. I look at life in a whole new way. Now it's like, now doors are opening. Now things are happening. It's like, no matter whatever it is that you're dealing with, this could be like in your financial department, this could be dealing with law, this could be dealing with relationships, love, money, career, whatever it is. It's like the doors that were once closed, now you have windows and doors that are opening up for you. It's like, yes, because you kept going, you're not giving up. That's literally like the phoenix rising from the ashes kind of an energy. And Aries, it's like you took your emotions out of shit, and once you did that, you sat in that emperor energy, being more cerebral, taking actions. Because before you weren't worried about the consequences, and now I feel like you kind of it's like now you're like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna keep going. So I like this energy where you guys are at. 3 of Wands energy is also, they have a vision and they're gonna foresee it. What does this look like? You could be doing visualization meditations or visual work. It's like having a piece of paper, a vision board of like maybe your dream house or dream car. You could always be thinking about things that you want to get done. Instead of manifesting the actual amount of money, you're manifesting what you would do with the money. That's what that looks like. 3 of Wands is an energy that won't give up and that doesn't give up, and they're going to keep going until they're literally living in that house, in that picture on the wall. So don't give up. I like it. This is your season. Gemini. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Gemini. Damn. Gemini, you had the Three of Chalices, but it came out in reverse. So Gemini, Three of Chalices, aka the Three of Cups. And when it's in reverse, you see how like these three women are just brewing something? This could be even rituals or practices that you do, but you could take it as like when it's in reverse, you could take it as three is a crowd, or you could take it as there's something that has to do with you and other people. So you could be stuck on a situation in life as far as the chalices are our emotions, right? So you could have loved someone or been in love with someone or the idea of something, and it's like it's on your mind, it's in your heart space right now. And there could be someone else involved, or you always were in a connection where it's like somebody else was in the picture or something like that. Something with three people. This could be you and a mate, or you, a mate and a kid, or however you foresee it. This could be a group of friends, whether this is like maybe you can think co-workers or family members, however this connect situations. I feel like it's multiple situations, Gemini. It's kind of like now you're on the road to figuring out yourself. I like this right here. It's kind of like a trine energy. So it's like, how can I alchemize this energy? How can I get out of this energy? We also have Cancer here. So Cancer is a person that kind of keeps their emotions hidden. So I feel like for you, with whatever's going on, you're not telling everybody about it. You're kind of been dealing with something on your own. You could have made like conjuring up some things to make yourself feel better so that you can manifest the love life of your dreams, or manifest good friendships, manifest a soul tribe that supports you, you know. I feel like you could be, and that's that energy where it's like you're alchemizing the energy. So stay in that. It could have been something that, you know, you were hurt, you know what I'm saying? So now it looks like maybe your divine feminine, divine masculine may be off a little balance. It's like some days you're more operating your masculine energy. Some days you're like super in your divine feminine energy. It's like you're trying to find a balance with that, and this would be a good time to do it with the moon in Libra right now at this time to really find a nice balance. That way you can flip this over upright and celebrate. Good things could be coming towards you, right? As far as your relationships and your connections. Maybe it's all about you, instead of keeping everything in, expressing how you feel to those people. Okay, whoever's involved in the situation, or expressing things to yourself in a nice way, talking to yourself nice, knowing who you are, knowing your power, knowing what you deserve, knowing what you won't stand for any longer. You know what I'm saying? So I like this. Once you know who you are, it's like now it's like, oh, I can release certain things. Like now that I got that release, now that I got that off my chest, boom, I have a balance with my divine feminine, divine masculine energy. I can celebrate life once again. Okay. Also too, the three, when it's upright, this can turn into like celebrations, like, you know, meeting people. Then it's like you're opening your heart space to like meet people. This could look like baby showers, weddings, engagements, you know, like, I don't know why I keep doing this, but it's like the three energies is what it is. So yeah, it can turn into like that as a outcome for you. Okay. Let's do Cancer. Cancer. We've got 8 of Wands. So 8 of Wands, Cancer, you're on a mission. Mars is in Cancer right now, and I see a lot of my Cancer friends doing things outside of the norm that they don't normally do, but you know, it's good for some, it's not good for others, but it's, you know, you're taking action. You're either trying different characters, you're trying different ways to make things crack in your life, trying to see what sticks, trying to find yourself is what it's looking like. Check on your Cancer and Aquarius friends actually during this time, but we're on Cancer. So I like this. You're taking action. This is fast action. You're being very quick with your words. Like you're just letting it out. whatever you're doing it. Whatever you're saying it. It's literally taking action. And you're really trying to see what sticks. You're really pushing towards going somewhere. That's 8 of Wands energy. This could also mean travel as well. You could be traveling to different places, visiting different cities, states, countries, or this could be someone that's trying to come towards you. Many people probably are gravitating towards your energy, because if they're seeing you in a new light, a lot of people might be intrigued. Well, I've never seen a Cancer do this before. I'm gonna grab my popcorn and stay tuned for the show. I want to see what they're into. Why are they operating like this? What's going on with them? Let me watch. So you could also have a lot of people watching, but I feel like here you're just trying to attract your rainbow energy. You're trying to really like stay in that and find it. You really are trying. Put a 1 if you guys can still hear me. It keeps saying reconnect. So yeah, that's the energy for Cancer. And the 8 is infinite possibilities when you're doing that. I feel like Cancers, you guys have a lot of grand material things that are coming towards you with the number 8, with Jupiter energy. This is like expanding everything for you. I feel like Cancer's got some good things that are coming towards them, especially if you're really taking action in a positive way, in a fashion that's, you know, helping out the community and helping out yourself. And you're not doing it in a malicious way, like, because this is Sag energy. Sag likes to go travel and be free and get out the box, because you're doing things that are outside of the box right now, but you don't want to be operating in that unhealed Sag energy where it's like, I'm better than you, and operating in ego and pride. And, you know, some Cancers might be doing that too. Be careful, because that could put your foot in the mouth, especially with the 8 of Wands. You could be saying things that you shouldn't be saying, doing things you shouldn't be doing. And you could be, you know, hurting people in the line of fire. It's like you're throwing bombs everywhere. Like I'm telling you, you're tossing out trying to see what sticks right now. Okay. And with that Sag energy, you could also be on the road to learning things too. Like deep information. Like real deep information right now. Okay, let's move on to Leo. What is up with this cloud? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? Leo, you've got 7 of Wands in reverse. Leo, I feel like here you need to protect your energy. You have many people that are watching you, and they may not be watching you for good reasons. It's like they kind of want what you got going on. That's the first thing that I got with the eyes in the background here. You need to protect your energy. I feel like you could have been, this looks like maybe a Leo that's putting in extra work, like working a lot or overworking or giving out your energy to the wrong people. I feel like some of you guys are on this journey where it's like, when you do that, you could be connecting to energies that aren't so great. And so therefore it's like when you're too open, an open vessel like that, you allow anything just to kind of come in. And so then this looks like you want to kind of give up. Like, you want to stop fighting for yourself. You want to stop fighting for what you believe in. So I feel like right now this energy's kind of, and we do have Lilith in your sign right now. So this looks like also too, maybe going towards more of your desires versus, you know, and being in that shadow side and letting the shadow portion kind of make the decisions for you and kind of control where you're going right now. Because you feel like you don't have the strength to fight. Whether this is fighting for yourself, fighting for what you believe in, fighting for where you're going towards, whatever that is for you. We have Mars energy too, so it's like you might be falling the trap of this Mars and Cancer energy where you're just not taking action. You just could be lazy, or you know, you got a business going but you're not really like passionate about it anymore, but it's making money, it's paying the bills. Or it's like you're going to work but now you're not doing overtime anymore. It's kind of like you just want to work there to save money to go on a vacation. Like, but you're not working towards your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. You just want to break. You just want to like a celebration. Like, you just want to celebrate. This is more of masculine energy. So it's like you don't want to be always operating in your masculine energy at all times. You might be a person that is doing everything. Like you might be the sole provider of your family, whether you're a man or a woman. What does this look like? You having like multiple jobs, just overworking yourself, and then that it looks like you not taking care of your health, not going within in your emotions on how you feel. No one's checking in on you, your mental health. Maybe you're not doing that yourself either. Spiritual hygiene out the window. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because there's no divine feminine energy there. So this week I advise you to find a nice balance. That way you can wake up and want to fight for what you believe in, what you value, what you want to do, okay? That way you'll have that energy and that strength to do so, okay? Don't fall into the Mars and Cancer. Do the opposite. Take action. But make sure you have a balance, though. Let's move on to Virgo. Virgo, King of Wands. I like this energy, Virgo. Okay? Virgo, I feel like a lot of you guys are finding out who you are. King of Wands energy. This is Leo energy. We know Leos like to take action and they keep the fire lit. So you are lit with being and sitting in your power right now. Whatever your desire or whatever your, I would say that, yeah. Whatever you're passionate about, whatever you're working on, whether this is working on yourself, it's like you know who you are. And it's like you feel it now. You feel who you are. If not, this is a message that you should be. You have accomplished a lot. You have done a lot to where it's like you now hold the powers within you. It's like now I feel like Virgos, you recognize the magic that you hold. And so now you need to be sitting in that if you're not already. It's like you've had so much strength to give out to everybody else. And Virgo, this is a good place to be in because now that you know who you are and now that you can actually put energy into your creative endeavors and what it is that you desire, because you have money to do so, or you have options, or you set yourself up real nice, and now you can kind of sit down and relax and really just focus on yourself because maybe you've been focused on everybody else for so long. I really like this energy here for you guys. I mean, there's nothing else to really say about it. Is just recognize that you are the bag, you are the coin, not outside of you. Like you don't need to get validation from anybody else. You are it. You know who you are. It's like knowing that, it's like operating in that God energy in a sense. I like that. Libra. That kind of came out a little wacky. Yeah, you're going through some energy here. Two of Pentacles. So you see how there's another person in here in this card? Are we juggling? Are we juggling, Libra? What are we juggling? Are we juggling? Are we struggling to kind of try and keep? I feel like you have a lot going on, whether this is like, you know, within your mind, within yourself, within other people, that it's like you might be trying to cater to too many people and do too many things when you need to really just find a balance within yourself, okay? Two of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. So this looks like maybe this could be something at work, or maybe this is you trying to gain something, some type of material gain, a possession. Libras, you're probably really working hard is what it's giving. This looks like a person that's, you know, working real hard. I like how the treasure's here too. So it's kind of like you're getting everything that you want. I think you just keep adding on and then you get more, and then it's like, it's like you're juggling a lot between work life and love life or something like that. It's like you're just juggling a lot of things right now, whether it's people, places, or things. Okay, Now's the time to find a balance with the moon in your sign. Get disciplined. That's Saturn energy. Capricorn, the ruler of Capricorn is Saturn. So it's time to get disciplined. It's time to get structure. Gain a little bit of structure right now and balance everything out. Know when it's okay to have alone time. Know when it's time to go out with your girlfriends or your guy friends. Know when it's time to have date night with your lover. Know when it's time to hang out with the kids. Don't overwork yourself at work by working 20 hours a day. Do your 8 hours and be done so that you can actually have a life. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's giving, Libra, okay? Let's do Scorpio. Ooh, that came out right away. Scorpio. Scorpio, you got a water card too. 9 of Chalices with the banjo in the hand. Scorpio, we do have a full moon coming up in your sign, aka lunar eclipse in your sign on Friday. I love this dolphin energy in the back. Scorpio's already kind of, you guys came out here. You came from deep, like all Scorpios that were born came from a deep, deep, deep place. Like y'all was like more deep in the ocean than a Pisces, like deeper. So that's why you guys like are just so inside all the time, within and very deep and intimate with yourself. Now the number 9 is representing here, you're almost to a point where you're completing certain things. And this is a good energy to be in because you want to be at a 10. Because when it comes eclipse season, you want to, 9 is like endings, right? Endings to new beginnings. So you're almost there. It's kind of like you need to release, let go, remove, whatever, even if it's like just fear and just doubt, like let that shit go, because you're about to be on center stage when this eclipse, lunar eclipse and full moon is in your sign. Fire is going to be pushed under your butt if you've been hiding, as I was saying that earlier, if you guys here for the beginning of the Scorpio spread. So this is very telling, okay, with the 9 of Chalices. And it's a beautiful card because it's like you have all the love. It's like you could be operating from your heart chakra. You know what I'm saying? You love yourself. You know yourself. You know what I'm saying? You could be at that place, but you're holding on to one more cup. Okay? She has 1 cup in her hand right here. It's like your wishes are going to start coming true. I kind of want to cry right now because I feel like, Scorpios, you might have a breakthrough. You might move to a new place. You might start a business. People are going to see who you are with this dolphin energy. And it's going to feel like it's a long time coming. And it's here. It's like right around the corner. Ooh, I felt that so deep. It's like you're going to have your wishes fulfilled. Something is coming through. You probably feel it. You could be in your emotions. So continue to release what no longer serves you. People, places, or things. You probably have been experiencing this for months now. Or spirit's been taking away people from you, or been parting from people, places, and things, or patterns, behaviors, and habits that shouldn't be going with you on your next chapter. Things you shouldn't be doing, or people that shouldn't be around, or you know what I'm saying? It's like and it's the Pisces energy too, which is the 9 of Chalices. So it's kind of like stay in that mode of being optimistic. Show me how good it can get is like what I just heard. Pisces like to be in la la land. So continue to, if you have a vision, you have a dream, just know that it's coming. So if you have visuals and things of that nature, like really focus on those, just call them in. They're here. Your ships are here. And with moon energy, because, which is right here on the side, that's very telling with this eclipse coming up. Right? So release, let go, whether this is how you feel or people are going to be telling you stuff or whatever. It's like the truth is going to come to the light. It's like now we're going to start to see you. It's like if you've been hiding in the gut for a while, you're about to be like, doo-doo-doo. Like things are about to just show up for you. 9 is like a wish fulfillment. And the number 9, you can make 369 out of that. I don't know why that just came to a... Okay, let's do Sag. Uh-oh. What we got for Sag? Two of Chalices in reverse. Sag. What is that? So the chalices are on the floor. Is that a piece of paper? So two of chalices in reverse. I feel like you're not one with yourself right now. Your divine feminine, divine masculine energy. Sag, you're being forced to go in your emotions. I know you don't like to be there, but you're forced to go within. This is not a laughing matter. Like literally go within with your emotions. I feel like here, when this moon comes up, you're gonna start to you're probably already feeling it, because you guys are like intellects as well. So you might feel like if you've separated from someone, you might have broke free from a connection, or that's on the verge. But I feel like it's more within you. It's like finding a balance between your divine feminine, divine masculine energy. It's a little bit off. So this moon in Libra, it's really all about finding that nice balance. Because if you don't do it, it's going to happen for you come this eclipse and full moon energy that's coming in. Number two is that divine feminine. It's missing. You're more operating your divine masculine right now, which is telling me it's more of like pride and ego is taking over, or you're just like, I don't want to say emotionless, and maybe your emotional intelligence isn't there, or you just like you closed off your heart space. There could be a blockage in your heart space as well. Okay, so wear green or eat green things, or listen to heart heart chakra frequencies. You could even wear like the bracelets or have a bag of crystals, but you don't need anything but yourself. I feel like it's all about, you got to fill your cup up, but you're doing it in a way where it's just, you're like probably focused on other things besides your heart space, and it's time to, you got to feel. It's time to feel your way through, Sag. You got to feel your way through. No more hiding. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Capricorn, we got a lot of like emotion cards here because it makes sense because of what's about to come. Eight of Chalices, Capricorn. Capricorn, this is definitely going to hit you as a death transformation energy. Like you could have removed people, places, and things from your life that don't serve you. This could be death to the old version of you and a rebirth to a new version of yourself. You're walking away from people, places, and things that don't serve you, period. Neptune is in Pisces right now too, and this is a Neptune and Pisces card. So I feel like you've gone within, like in your mind, like spiritually. This is more like really tapping in to your mental health. You've probably been focusing a lot on your mental health, like really trying to like get your mind out the gutter, or to try and stop over analyzing and to really just like go within in your heart space. Some things may be very shocking for you that occur, like saying goodbye to the old way of doing things. This could look like you adding in a relationship or removing a relationship. You used to deal with a lot of people, like a community of people, and now you kind of don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's something that had to happen. Eight of Chalices, that emotion card. It's like, no, it doesn't matter anymore. Like material gains don't matter to you. It's like surface shit, like sex doesn't matter to you. It's really all about internal. It's really all about who has substance, who can really fulfill that for you. And you're going to really kind of feel this on a deep level, and you're probably already feeling it now. So let's find a balance between our emotions. Let's find a balance. What do you want? What do you don't want? What do you want to release? Like, get it out. But I like this Neptunian energy, because Capricorns, you really don't, you go within, but you don't go within. Some do, depending on your chart, or if you have some type of stelliums or anything like that. But is that a number 12? Oh no. So there's fire back here. So it's like really taking action on. This looks like maybe now you do spiritual practices you never used to before. Maybe now you meditate you never used to before. You deal with, you know, it's like you journal now. It's like your practices that you do. You might start to dive deep into different practices now. You might actually like sit outside and look at the sky and really care about what you see, you know, and go into your mind and find ways to clear your mind. But I feel like good things are coming in when you do this. Just loving yourself for where you're at, how far you've came, whether you went through, you know, we all go through the good and the bad, but some things you were out of your control, some things were in your control. You made your bed, now it's kind of like you got to lie in it, and it's like you having to accept that, right? The past is the past. Let the past be the past and move forward. You know, some of you guys might be in survivor's remorse. You see this person laying in a bed of flowers. Survivor's remorse looks like, let's say someone transitioned that was very dear to you, whether that you were in a relationship with this person or whether it was a sibling or a family member or an animal, okay? It was a person that was dear to you and you feel guilty for being alive. That's survivor's remorse. Some of you guys might be going through that as well. Like you feel bad for having nice things and living the life, you know what I'm saying? And they couldn't live the life or something like that with you. I feel like, so those could be some wounds of healing, opportunities for healing in that case. But all in all, I feel like it's more so with this Neptune and Pisces energy. It's like you're starting to look at things on a deeper accord, on a deeper level. Remember, like Neptune and Pisces likes to kind of escape. Some of you guys might be on the escape energy because 8 is kind of like walking away. Some of you guys might go revert during this Mercury retrograde or Pluto retrograde. You might be like, oh damn, back to my old ways again. Before you weren't drinking heavily and now you're drinking every night and you're going out every night. So it can play out differently, you know, in whatever version that you're chiming into right now. Whether you're someone that knows yourself, you've been working on yourself and you have been going deep and you're more tuned in, tapped in, turned onto your spiritual side, and you're really finding out who you are and you're mastering that. And so now all this surface bullshit, all this shit they're putting in your face, like you just take it as like a grain of salt, like face value now, because you know the real, you know what's up. And so that's helping you to elevate. Or you could be the Capricorn that's doing the opposite right now, which is being that Pisces and Neptune in la la land, living in fantasy island, wishing upon a motherfucking star, and then indulging and hiding and escaping because you don't want to deal with yourself, or you don't want to change, or you're scared of what's going out there. You have fear or doubt. You don't want to work on yourself. You don't want to go back to old wounds. You don't want to think about who passed and be sad about, you know what I'm saying? Like all this stuff you don't want to deal with. You just want to be happy and free. So you go to the place that makes you feel like that. You do the vices that make you feel like that. So that you don't have to feel. But you're going to get a huge awakening if you are in that come Friday in the eclipse. So it all depends on what Capricorn are you operating in, the lower octave or the higher octave. That's Capricorn. Hey, Jasmine. Your Jupiter is Cap. Oh. Aquarius. Thanks for tuning in. Aquarius. Ooh. You've got 4 of Pentacles. So 4 of Pentacle energy. I like how the pyramid's in here. 4 of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. You could be dealing with the Capricorn, and this is Mercury over here too, chilling. So the message that I got right away is you need to be aware of who you're giving your time and energy towards. It's time to get stingy with that. Okay, it's like Capricorn, Aquarius. You could have it, like as far as money wise or whatever. You could have options. You know, it's not about like really having the bag. You could have it, but now it's like where you need to focus on where you need to invest your time and energy into, or who or what. You can't just like be a free for all and just kind of like talk to everybody or commingle with everybody. So you might be actually looking towards a Capricorn for assistance or help with this Mercury energy. Mercury rules communication. So Mercury's retrograde right now. So you could be going to someone that keeps you grounded. Capricorn's an earth sign. It doesn't have to be Capricorn specifically, but you could be going to someone that makes you feel in a grounded energy, that makes you feel good. Okay, this is the person that makes you just kind of lights you up with this fire energy. Someone's giving you energy here. Okay, it's electrifying. I like the number 4. The 4 is a masculine number too. This is like you not being in you're more in your divine masculine energy with the number 4. It's a masculine number, so it's telling me that you want to tap into your emotions, but there's so many things that are going on. It's like you might emotionally not be in those spaces. Like you don't have the capacity right now to get emotional in this stage. It could be hard for you. And the reason being is because you could be around people, places, and things that like your soul doesn't feel comfortable with. Like you probably have like a wall up. You know what I'm saying? So you automatically don't unlock that emotional intelligence that you have within you. Maybe it's only with a certain few. Or maybe it's only by yourself alone. But I think this is a really big message that Aquarius, you need to not give out your time and energy to just anybody. This is kind of like a warning, I feel like, for you. You might have so many people you hang out with, or you might talk to multiple people or something like that just for attention, because you got it like that. But that's more operating divine masculine. It could be like ego in there a little bit, but you need to find a nice balance. Okay, but there is someone here that's lighting you up with conversation. Whoever you're talking to most on a daily basis is who's giving you energy. You could be right now, also too, you could be yourself a person that's trying to get energy from other people, trying to find the answers from other people. And that's what you're like. I don't know, I hope you're not an energy vampire or a succubus kind of an energy. I feel like it's even though. I don't think you are, because the number 4. I feel like it's a reciprocity kind of a thing, but it's like you're trying to do reciprocity, but I feel like you're just emotionally not there. You're more in your masculine. You need to find a balance during Moon and Libra. This is the perfect time to do it, Aquarius. Okay, and say what needs to be said. Get things off your chest, and you can do it right now in a grounded way. Mercury and Taurus. Okay. Last but not least, Pisces. My 7th and defendant is Aquarius. Oh, descendant. Okay. I knew what you meant. There might be some things that you may need to say and get off your chest so that you can be a little way more grounded than what you already are. It might looks like you may need to have a conversation with someone. It could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. It doesn't have to be. Or you could just be talking to someone that is of more of a grounded energy. It's like they help you with. It's like they give you that power. They give you that fire, or something is giving you that fire or that power in that area. Look where you have Mercury in your chart. Pisces. Pisces. We've got King of Swords. Woo! Well, the only 2 kings on the board I see here are Virgo and Pisces, which is so funny because you guys are sister signs. So, Pisces, so King of Sword energy is Aquarian energy. So you're more like, it's like you're very grounded with your throat chakra and things that you say. I feel like you're being very selective. You're in your power right now. You're not saying too much, you're not saying too little. You're very black and white, very open, honest, authentic, cerebral. You're making decisions, you know, from here and not from your heart space. Like, you're not doing any emotional retail shopping. You're not letting things upset you or get you mad or pissed off. You know, you're not letting anyone rock your emotions with this King of Sword energy. It's like you are on the road to, if somebody has something to say, you can bust out the sword when you're ready, but you don't want to go there is what it's doing. So that's why the king is like sitting down in its power. So I feel like you're being very selective with who you talk to, who you speak with, who you converse with. That way you don't create some fucked up magic squares for yourself. We do also have Capricorn energy in here, so it's like you're just very grounded. I feel like, especially this looks like if you're born in with your words. So if you're born with a Mercury retrograde, and we're in a Mercury retrograde, you're like floating through this energy. It's like you've done this before. Anytime anyone is born with a planet that's retrograde, you've lived that energy before in a past life. So whenever we do play out these retrogrades now, it doesn't affect you like it would affect anyone else. I don't know why I had to say that, because that was for somebody, but I feel like you're more grounded. You kind of keep more things to yourself. That's how that Capricorn energy is. Capricorns don't really say too much. They're very methodical. They don't just say anything just to say it. You know, if a Capricorn speaks, listen, because they don't really express themselves a lot, especially when it's about them personally. Oh, easily about anybody else, but their personal shit, they don't really say much. So Pisces, I feel like you could have like a Cap rising or Aquarius rising or something like that. It's like you're very grounded with your words. You're really choosing your words wisely. But you will, you know, whenever you need to protect yourself, you will. I really like this energy for you here. Some of you guys might have an energy of it, hopefully, I don't know, there's nothing, I feel like it's king energy, so you can't say that actually. But you don't want to make sure you're not just only in your divine masculine energy. You gotta be, this would be a great weekend, Moon and Libra, to find a balance with your divine feminine, divine masculine energy for the inner portion of that, right? Your emotions. So hopefully you've been letting your emotions out. But I feel like also too, normally you might be a person that's Pisces, you know, you like to talk, you like to, you know, you're a loving energy, you're a loving person. So I feel like you're not just putting out words or just saying anything now. You're just being careful with that. Mercury's in Taurus. Oh, wow, that's dope. So on point. Moon in Pisces. Yes. 8 planets in retrograde. So you just really want to make sure that you just don't want to say the wrong thing. You just try not to set yourself up for any hurt later. You just really, like, you know, you're being with ease. You know what I'm saying? You're more of a listener right now. King of Sword energy is more observant kind of an energy right now. So you can be in a room full of people, or this is at work, or you're in a public setting, and you're just more observant. Like, but you're still there. Like, you're like, hi, how are you? You know what I mean? You're not like a dead fish, but you're just being more careful with the things that you say, or you're careful with the conversations that you're entertaining at this time. Okay? So that is your spread for today, guys. I'm going to go ahead and timestamp everything right now. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button and click the bell. Come tomorrow, I'm going to do collective all throughout the week. We're not doing individual signs. I'm just doing like all signs all week. So, and also talking about each aspects and the moon changes for the week. And then from Friday, I'm going to do a video for the full moon in Scorpio and the eclipse. So thank you guys for tuning in with me. I will definitely see you on the next one. Peace.